That's what it was?
That was what it was.
Oh,
so then
so
the day
cool.
before Christmas, we get You Got the Song.
Awesome.
Yep. And then that started the whole career.
Hey, what's up, troublemakers?
What's up?
It's super late and we gotta be up early because we're heading to NAMM.
Man, it's gonna be awesome.
But we wanted to tell you this little story, or share this story. But first, before all that, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Can't forget about that. So this week, there's not actually any music in the vlog. We're still working this out. This little story is a very integral piece of our album process. As most of you have seen by now, our friends Michael Silversher and Patty Silversher came over and got to see covers of the theme song to the Gummy Bears, which they wrote. Like we said, we're in the middle of writing and recording our new album, and these two are legendary songwriters.
They wrote the song called Pig Out. That song pretty much started their career with Disney and Tailspin and Gummy Bears.
But the really interesting thing is this story isn't quite about that song. It's about the song that failed that led to that song. Patty talks about them spending their last of their life savings, which is like $75, and just putting everything into this project that failed. So this is a little clip that we had to leave out of the last video because of time, but it's just such a great story. We felt like we needed to share it. We didn't edit it all because, I don't know, it was just such a cool story. If we feel like you'll want to listen through the whole way through without any crazy cuts or anything. Here's a little bit of that story.
Do you want the story?
Yeah, go
Sure,
for it.
yeah. that'd be
Okay,
great.
so we founded a songwriters organization up in Northern California called South Bay Songwriters. And during that time, one of the membership girls who was helping me with membership, volunteer, she said, you know, my brother-in-law works at Disney. I think you guys should be introduced to him because they're, you know, I'm sure they'd be looking for songwriters. So we got introduced to him, and we were introduced to the publisher, who at the time was Tom Bocci. And he said, we're looking for an album that we're doing called Mickey Mouse Rocks. And so we said, oh, okay. So we sat down, we wrote 5 songs in one day. We cleaned out our $75 savings account. The next day, went to this friend of ours, John DiLoretto, who had a studio. We didn't even own a microphone, who had a studio.
He had a record of drum drops.
Yeah, so
there were drum fills.
we
in it.
recorded the 5 songs the next day, and a Sunday, and then Monday mailed them off to Disney.
Wow.
Didn't hear
2
anything.
months later,
Yeah.
we get a rejection letter.
2 months.
2 months later, we get a rejection letter. No, this isn't, you know, this is, writing for children's music is really, really hard. It's not, you know, you gotta blah, 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 blah. So we thought, okay, never mind, that's it. Well, then Michael wrote a song called The Whole World Sounds Like Michael McDonald.
I want to hear that
It's
song.
a great song. And he, Dr. Domino got a hold of it.
And
I
played it.
sent it to, what I did is I sent it to this DJ in San Jose for one of our local radio stations. And he calls the next day and he says, I played your song and our lines are jammed. Nobody can get through. We've never had a response on anything at this radio station that we've had on your song. People are calling from Nova Scotia or something like that. They wanted to interview us. Well, anyway, Dr. Domino heard it on that radio station. So then, the reason that's important is we fly down to LA for an ASCAP songwriters event.
It was yes.
And we're just, it was a conference. So we're at this conference and we're talking to some people, and in this group of people that we mentioned that, oh yeah, Michael wrote this song, The Whole World Sounds Like Michael McDonald. And the guy we're standing next to is Tom Bocci at Disney. And he goes, you're kidding. And he goes, I'm Tom Bocci from Disney. And we go, oh really? You're the one who sent us the rejection letter. And he goes, I'll tell you what, we're doing an album right now. The whole album is done. We have one more song. We have 3 people who are vying for it. I'm going to give you, and he goes, and it's due yesterday. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity, and here's the title.
Oh,
Pig
wow.
Out.
That's what it was?
That was what it was.
Oh,
So then
so
the day
cool.
before Christmas, we get You Got the Song.
Awesome.
Yep. And then that started the whole career with
Yeah.
Disney.
That's nuts.
Yep. That's the story.
I love stories
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So we're always told, because we've had, like, you know, not the level of success you guys have had, but the success that we have had has been stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then with the stories we hear from people who've had massive success, it's
Right.
things like that. It's like people are always like trying to figure out like the method to get into the, you know, or whatever, and it's just stuff that happens in being ready, like not getting ready,
Yeah,
being
right.
ready, always being
always
ready.
being ready.
Always be ready, so you're not getting ready. And that's something that we've always had in our heads, but this was coming from the mouth of people who have succeeded very much in the way that we want to succeed. Of course, there was a little bit more banter. I think there's even some more stories that maybe in the future we'll share, but this specifically really hit us, especially in the middle of writing another album, another project. We were just like, okay, don't let failures be the end of things. Like, keep creating and just always kind of be aware, because you don't know if the guy standing next to you is A, the guy that sent you the rejection letter,
Right.
and B, I don't know why I'm doing 1 and 2 for A, B. A, the guy that sent you the rejection letter, and B, the guy that's going to give you your very first break. There's more stories, so maybe we'll share that. I guess let us know in the comments if you want to hear some of the other stories they shared with us. If you feel like you have someone that you know that's, whether they're music or anything creative, or they just need like to hear that failure isn't the end if you don't let it be, share this, because this was a really cool moment that wasn't planned, and they just kind of shared with us. Hopefully we look back at this moment and wonder, like, what were we worried about then, you know?
Enjoy now.
Yeah.
Enjoy the future.
Future us. If you're watching this, you're probably laughing at how worried you are right now. So,
You gotta
anyway.
laugh, man. You gotta laugh.
So we're still working on this album. Sorry we didn't show you any new music this time. Anyway, thanks again so much for following along with us on this journey. And as always, don't forget to do the wrong things with the right people. Bye.